Hey there, awesome folks. I want you to understand that as an ex-trap wife, as a past homemaker, as a housewife that is transitioning back into the job market, I understand that looking for a job can be stressful and getting back into the job market can be a downright mental challenge. But I want to offer some mindfulness techniques to help you get through it from a mental level. Stay tuned. Hey there, awesome folks. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally. I'm here not only in just a career capacity, just to say, come on, we can do it. I want to encourage you. But I also understand this can be a very difficult task going forward. It's a lot of changes for you, and I get it. And I want you to understand that I understand, and I want to offer some of the things that I do in my life, as well as some of the things I practice. Of course, whatever your belief systems are, it's always best to make sure mentally you're able to understand that being grateful and understanding that getting back into the job market, especially if you've been out of it for a couple of years, can be stressful on anybody. So I want to offer 4 techniques that I think can definitely help you get going forward. Breathing exercises. Sometimes just need to take a breather, like literally close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. It sounds simple, but you have no idea how much that definitely helps you to, get a hold of, try to help a lot of the chaos that goes on in our heads, to kind of quiet that noise down to some degree and focus on the moment and focus on what it is that you're doing and focus on what it is that you want. Truly taking the time to breathe. Literally 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be any special place. It could be in a quiet place, in your car, at home, in the bathroom, wherever you can find a moment, even if it's a couple of minutes. It makes all the difference in the world. Just breathe. Okay? Number 2, visualize where you're going. Visualize the success you want, because if you can see it and you can put a picture to it, then you can put action steps towards it. That's one of the ways to achieve it, but you have to see it first. And that will help when you visualize it in your mind. Think about what's happening. Think about the fact that this phone that I'm recording this video on, or the computer that I often use for live streams, that was a thought in somebody's mind 30, 40 years ago. And that's now something that we're all using to communicate with each other over the World Wide Web. That was also a thought in somebody else's brain that has now become a tangible thing that we can use. Whatever your success, whatever you are dreaming up in that wonderful head of yours, make sure you're taking the time to actually visualize it, put pictures to it. You can use ChatGPT these days to be able to put that in. Put what you have in mind for your dreams. You can say, create a picture of, give it all the details that you want, and see what AI dreams up. And then you can add to that, because it's your vision. It's your visualization. You get to create it. So go ahead and do that for yourself, just for you to understand that it's possible. Okay? Number 3, journaling. This is something that I often do. It's a notebook. I have notebooks. The amount of notebooks I have all over the place, that I jot down, what is it that I'm dealing with? What is it that I struggle with? What is it that I have challenges with? But how have I overcome those challenges? Document that too. Document the challenges you're having, but document ways you have overcome other challenges. So, in your mind's eye, you know that if I've overcome that challenge before in the past, I can overcome this one. Instead of saying, I can't do it, ask yourself the question, how can I overcome those challenges? That's also a way to keep focus, as in, let's work on solving problems, not creating them. Also, document what are some of the successes, the small wins that you've had. What are some of the things that you've overcome in this lifetime? It doesn't have to be work related, but what are some of the things that you've gotten through? Making this transition back into the workforce, you've had to overcome some challenges where you understand that now being unpartnered comes with a certain amount of challenge, and you were brave enough to take that step. That is a challenge that you're winning just because you made that decision, because that is the best decision for you mentally, emotionally, physically, and otherwise. So if that's a small win, document that, because that helps you mentally to be able to understand, if I can overcome this, or if I can solve this problem, I can solve the other problems, and I can solve the other issues and challenges that I have in life. So journaling will definitely help as well. And last but certainly not least, practicing gratitude, being grateful for where you are, being grateful for what you've been given, being grateful for what you're able to do, being grateful. It simply say, I am grateful for waking up this morning. Based on my belief system, I thank God that He woke me up this morning. That's my belief system. You don't have to agree with it. I am grateful for being in my right mind. I am grateful to be able to live to see another day. I am grateful for the love and support that I have from family. I am grateful. Whatever you want to put on that as part of your gratefulness journal, you can journal that as well as speak it, because speaking it also helps you to communicate with yourself, and the more you feed yourself positively, the more you will operate in that positive mind space. It's also a way for you to keep your mindset positive and to keep your emotions and your mental health at a higher level. Guys, I want you to understand that this transition is not just about getting the right job, getting the resume, and getting the interview, but also keeping your mindset in check and keeping it sharp and keeping it positive. And of course, guys, there are other tools that I have put into the Extrad Wife Economic Guide, and I want you to be able to grab that as well. You can go to mentorshelley.com/ETW, or you can grab the guide and get started to help you cultivate the skills that you need. And there's also some mindfulness exercises in there as well. I want you to keep your mind sharp so that you can use it to help you improve your economy. But in order to do that, you also have to give your mind a massage. And these are just 4 ways you can do that. All right, guys, this is Mentor Shelley, and if you want to walk with me one-on-one, you can go to mentorshelley.com/consultations for all of my consultations, whether they be interview coaching, career strategy, or resume either construction, where I put the whole thing together for you, or help to restructure the one you have, or we can go through what you have on there and how we can fix it to make you more marketable. In either case, all of those consultations are there at mentorshelley.com/consultations. And of course, if you have questions, other questions, or if there's other parts of the Extrad Wife personal economy that I have not explored yet on this YouTube channel, go ahead and put those suggestions at mentorshelley.com/contact, where you can leave me a voicemail or an email message, and I'm more than happy to return your voicemail or email within 24 hours, guys. Go ahead and leave that information there. So that's another way for us to communicate, or you can email me at support@mentorshelley.com. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally, mentally, and strategically, as you treat your mind, you keep your mind as sharp as your skills. All right, guys, take care. You have a good one. Bye.